Ladies and gentlemen, the poll tracker here on Times Now. It's the Times Now VMR Poll Tracker that gives you the numbers. And ladies and gentlemen, the final numbers are at the bottom of your screen. 252 for the NDA. The UPA is at about 147. Others 144. So the Modi story is very near to the halfway mark, yet a little distance away. So Modi could form the government but will need a little help, unlike in 2014. But what happens to the others and the UPA if they come together? Can they? Are they mutually exclusive or inclusive? We'll debate that in just a bit from now. But first up, let's take a look at the top headlines coming out of this Times Now VMR Poll Tracker. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 252 seats for the NDA. The NDA, Modi finally in the driver's seat, but no simple majority. Narendra Modi will need at least 2 new regional allies to form government. Jagan Reddy, KCR, AIA, DMK will be needed for the NDA to reach the magic figure. Well, for the Congress that's looking for a magic wand, it's not yet happening. Yes, they're going up, more than doubling their tally from 44 to 96, but still not crossing the 100-seat mark in the Lok Sabha. The third front dent to NDA keeps their political aspirations alive. After 1996, a third front government is still a possibility if the NDA fails to get support. So, who's going to be forming the government? That's the debate that's coming up.
You're watching the News Hour at 9.
And ladies and gentlemen, just keep your eyes on this screen because I'm going to show you the big numbers that are coming up. The big numbers, 252 for the NDA. That's Narendra Modi pulling off with his charisma. 147 for the UPA. That includes some alliance partners and others at 144. And who constitutes the NDA and the UPA and the others? Let's take a look at that. Who all are present in the NDA basket? Let's show you the numbers and the names of the parties that are there in the NDA. Look at these. It is the BJP, the Shiv Sena, the RSPS, the RPI, Athawale's party, JDU, LJP, Ramvilas Paswan, Shiromani Akali Dal, Apna Dal in Uttar Pradesh, Bodo People's Front, SDF, NPF, MNF. All these are the northeastern parties. So that's the NDA alliance that you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at who are with Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi's alliance partners are the NCP, Lalu Prasad Yadav's RJD, JMM, JVM, RLSP, HAM, JDS, DMK and the Muslim League. That's and the Kerala Congress, of course. So this is the UPA in terms of number of parties and the numbers. And these are the numbers. BJP likely to be down from 282 to 215 on its own. Congress at 96, up from 44 in the last elections of 2014, but still not crossing the 3-digit mark. And Jay Mrug, our resident psephologist who's done this poll for us. Jay, what do you see in these numbers? What's the big story?
Navika, the big story is that, of course, the Congress has pulled in almost double, starting with 44, getting into 96, a lot of it which it is getting from its alliance partner states, the DMK in Tamil Nadu, the RJD in Bihar, the JMM in Jharkhand. The BJP has now become a party that is more or less going solo, but its base has spread nationally. It has grown into Bengal, it has grown into Orissa, it has picked up a lot in Maharashtra as well. So now this is becoming the BJP of the old, dependent on allies. This is becoming the Congress of the old, more and more on its own.
Well, these are the two national political parties, and look at the difference between the two seats. And now let's look at the possible numbers and the possible scenarios. Ladies and gentlemen, we've created buckets for you. This is the NDA. This is the Congress Plus, which is the UPA, and these are the others who are sitting on the side. So who could cross over and help Narendra Modi make that 272 mark? Let's take a look at it. Definitely the TRS is one of those parties that could really work magic. So let's pull in the TRS coming into the NDA basket. Let's look at the AIADMK. That also can actually help the NDA make the cut, and four numbers of NDA. So that takes it to 266. I don't know why it's not showing on the screen. It's showing on my iPad. All right, refreshing it. Those are the numbers that are coming in. So TRS there, AIADMK there, and let's look at the YSRCP. The YSRCP had a bitter parting with the Congress party, is another party that could go on into the NDA.
Push it up to 289.
And that will take it to 289. That's the way we are looking at those scenarios. And YSRCP, Jagan Reddy's party, could go into that basket, taking the number to 289. And that's possible. That's really possible at this point. There it is. It's a time lag. It's almost as much time and heartbeats. I think for the BJP as the final election day results. Dr. Sambit Patra, you're skipping a heartbeat.
I have skipped many such heartbeats. I remember before the Lok Sabha elections of 2014 also, I had skipped many such heartbeats, because even then the BJP was not projected as a clear-cut winner. I have skipped many such heartbeats before the two Achhe Ladke climbed a bicycle and they went on a rampage. I can see that also. But today I can say congratulations for the survey, but the survey will only project Mr. Modi as the future Prime Minister in 2019.
All right, the scenarios are there, right there. Let's take a look at the UPA. Who's possibly going to go across to the UPA? The TDP possibly could go on to the Congress party, taking the number to 149. That's the scenario on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. Will Mamata Banerjee support Congress party? I'm not sure. She has 32 in her kitty. That's not going anywhere. Let's look at the BJD as well. 8 members of parliament in the Lok Sabha for the BJD could go with the BJP, depending on what Modi offers Naveen Patnaik. But that's the story, ladies and gentlemen. As far as the others are concerned, there is a possibility that the others stay where they are, and we can have the Congress party, stuck alone and giving outside support, while all the other UPA partners actually get into the basket of they could get into the basket of the UPA, and that is a scenario. The other scenario can also really be picking up if Sharad Pawar and the others who are with the UPA could go across.
See, now the tallies are very close. You have 147 and 144. For the 144 group to claim a moral authority over the Congress and create a UF-like coalition, it needs just one defection from the Congress fold, or maybe a Nitish Kumar, somebody from the other side saying now this 144 is going to 150 or 155. And then they get the moral authority like the UF had in 1996. And they can ask the Congress for support.
Well, that's the possible scenario that's coming up. And ladies and gentlemen, I have on our screens the takeaways that we can be putting up right here. This is the big takeaway. NDA within touching distance of a majority. That's a possibility that our poll tracker shows. Also, Modi dependent on new alliance partners. So there will have to be some give and take. Will the BJP now look a little more accommodating to get in new alliance partners? Coalition era projected to return after 5 years. So 30 years, we saw Modi really putting up a full government, a full majority, but now he'll be back on depending on coalition partners. A first third front government since 1996, and that's a possible, because remember the night of long knives is something that happens whenever the scenario is not clear. And of course, Prime Minister other than Modi possible in May 2019. Is that a possibility, Jay?
Well, I think it's for them to decide. They know better than me.
Well, after... All right, let's also take a look at the big state stories. The big state stories that are coming up, the big states that we've seen. Uttar Pradesh is the biggest of them all. 80 seats there. Look at where NDA is coming from. 73 to 27. And Ghanshyam Tiwari, I can see your smile. I can see your smile because that's the Bua Babua combination that's making this happen. So they get, the Bua Babua get 51, up from 5 to 51, NDA down to 27. Bichare Congress party. Priyanka Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi reh gaye akele.
The NDA BJP in Uttar Pradesh will go much lower. And then
all BJP, right, much lower than 27.
Then BJP will sing कि BJP बदनाम हुई योगी तेरे लिए. The reality is that in 2014 Prime Minister Modi depended on lies. Today he depends on allies.
Well, lies and allies. Well, we are rhyming here. Maharashtra 48 seats, 43 for the BJP. And in fact, NDA, Shiv Sena and BJP at 43 and Congress at 5. That's the big state. Let's take a look at the other big state of West Bengal. West Bengal, let's take a look at West Bengal. What is coming up in West Bengal? Mamata Banerjee 32 down from 34. BJP makes a surge to 9 seats. And the Congress.
It's one. That's one.
That's one.
That's one.
Bihar, left is wiped out from West Bengal. That's the Bihar story. The NDA, Nitish Kumar plus Modi come down from 30 to 25. Remember, at this time, they were not an alliance. At this time, they are an alliance. And this is the number for the other coalition, UPA coalition with Lalu Prasad, which goes up from 10 to 15. Let's look at Odisha, where the big story is coming on. Dr. Sambit Patra, again, your state. Naveen Patnaik, 20 to 8, and BJP going up from 1 to 13. So, Dr. Sambit Patra, are we going to see you going there?
That I don't know, but of course this is an extremely impressive number, and I would say that I believe probably the numbers that we are showing on 13 may be more in Orissa.
All right, and let's look at Punjab. Punjab is a worry factor for you, Dr. Patra, and the numbers in Punjab, 6 down to 0. You're down to 0 in Punjab. Dr. Sambit Patra, that's the story. Aam Aadmi Party down from 4 to 1, but look at the Congress Party. 12.
It's a
and is this really Rahul Gandhi's victory, or is it Captain Amrinder Singh? We'll debate that, but there is breaking news. Breaking news coming in, ladies and gentlemen. After Michelle, Rajiv Saxena extradited, 2 big Augusta arrests that have been made in Dubai. Michelle accomplice now in custody. And we have Bhavtosh Singh joining me on the phone line.
Yes, Navika, in fact, we can confirm that Rajiv Saxena, one of the suspects in Augusta Westland case, will be extradited, and he's being brought to India at around 9:30 in the evening. There was a non-bailable warrant against him by the Enforcement Directorate. The charges against him is that he had set up 3 shell companies, 2 in Dubai and 1 in Mauritius. And the money that was given by Augusta Westland, around 58 million euro, was parked in these companies. In July 2017, his wife Shivani Saxena was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, and the Enforcement Directorate filed 3 charge sheets, 1 main charge sheet and 2 supplementary charge sheets against Rajiv Saxena, and the court also issued a non-bailable warrant against him.
Thanks, Bhavtosh, for that update. We are getting in more breaking news. Oh, it's a very newsy day that's coming in, and the latest that we are getting is Rahul Gandhi has responded to Manohar Parrikar and said that he hasn't got the letter which he's supposed to have got from Mr. Parrikar. It's been leaked to the press there. So that battle between Parrikar and Rahul Gandhi continues to happen. But let's come back to our poll tracker and let's look at what's really going on as far as the 2019 elections are concerned. And I'm opening it up. Tushyan Nagarji, Rahul Gandhi, 44 से 96 पर, 44 to 96. अब 96 से तो सरकार नहीं बनती, अनफॉर्चुनेटली.
देखिए, सरकार भी बनेगी और नंबर भी आएंगे, 272 से प्लस आएंगे. ये तो दिल बहलाने के लिए अजय जी ने एक गालिब का शेर है, दिल बहलाने के लिए गालिब ख्याल अच्छा है। तो ये नंबर उससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है। लेकिन मैं सीरियस बात करते हुए कहना चाहता हूँ, पैनल में बड़े समझदार और सम्मानित लोग बैठे हुए हैं। यूपी में बीजेपी को साफ सफाया हो चुका, मध्य प्रदेश में कुछ आना नहीं, राजस्थान में आना नहीं, गुजरात में आना नहीं, पंजाब में आना नहीं। जहां लगातार इनको शिकस्त मिली है, जमीन पे हर जगह ये लोग कमजोर हुए हैं, हिंदी हार्टलैंड के अलावा पंजाब में भी, साउथ में कुछ है नहीं। रही बात वेस्ट बंगाल की, आसाम की, वहां हो सकता है इनको कुछ कामयाबी मिले। उड़ीसा में भी डॉक्टर पात्रा का होमलैंड है, वहां भी कुछ कामयाबी मिल सकती है।
राहुल गांधी की कहानी बताइए ना।
मैडम,
वेस्ट
मेरे को पूरा
बंगाल
करने
में
दीजिए।
वेस्ट बंगाल में
प्लीज।
1 सीट है आपकी, ओडिशा
ऐसा
में
मत
0
करिए।
सीट्स हैं आपकी,
ऐसा मत करिए।
तमिलनाडु में
बोलने
0
दीजिए
है।
भाई,
आप
ऐसा मत
राहुल
करिए।
गांधी की स्टोरी
नविका
बताइए।
जी, मैं देश की बताऊंगा, अकेला राहुल गांधी की बताने के लिए नहीं आया हूँ। सुनिए विवेक जी,
जीरो होगा हिसाब से कोई जीरो
जयंतो घोषाल आते हैं, जयंतो घोषाल आते हैं वेस्ट बंगाल से।
उससे क्या हो गया सर?
नहीं, कहाँ से आएंगे? ये नंबर कहाँ से आएंगे भाई?
दूषण भाई अभी नाराज मत हो, श्रीवास्तव को दीजिए।
शाम का इन्होंने मनोरंजन का साधन कर दिया लोगों के लिए।
ये मनोरंजन नहीं है दुष्यंत नागर जी,
मनोरंजन
ये
का साधन मध्य प्रदेश में आपका कहाँ से आया?
ये मनोरंजन है, ये मनोरंजन है। डॉक्टर एक मिनट,
राजस्थान में
वन एट ए टाइम
लोगों ने दरकिनार कर दिया। गुजरात में सर मेरे को बोल लेने दीजिए श्रीमान जी।
नहीं, आप तो ऐसे बोलने लगते हैं जैसे राहुल गांधी किसी रैली में हो और कोई हो ना।
ये देखिए, आप ऐसे मत करिए आप प्लीज। ये देखिए, देश के लोगों को बुरा लगता है,
मैं
आप हमको बार बार
सिर्फ एक सवाल
बोलने नहीं देते।
मैं एक सवाल पूछ रही हूँ कि डॉक्टर संबित पात्रा, डॉक्टर
किसान की बात करते हैं, गरीब की बात करते हैं, और देश का गरीब और किसान युवा कांग्रेस को चाहता है, यूपीए को चाहता है।
अच्छा चाहता है, चाहता है तो यूपीए
बिल्कुल होगी भाई।
आप जो मर्जी लेफ्ट को जीरो बोल लीजिए सर।
यूपीए
की सरकार
अरे
लेफ्ट के
बताइए,
समर्थन से
ये
बनाई
लेफ्ट
गई
को 100
है।
सीट दे दीजिए,
ये कोई
जनरल
entertainment
का साधन नहीं है, और क्या है?
मैं तैयार हूं।
तो मनोरंजन का इंतजाम कर दिया कि शाम को
वन एट ए टाइम दुष्यंत जी और विवेक श्रीवास्तव जी, थोड़ा सा सहयोग करिए, क्योंकि अगली सरकार जो है वो सहयोग से ही बनने वाली है। चाहे आपकी हो या इनकी हो, वो सहयोग के बिना नहीं बनी।
विवेक जी पश्चिम बंगाल में सुनो,
अच्छा, ठीक।
2016 का
है।
असेंबली इलेक्शन लेते हैं। आपने कांग्रेस के साथ गठबंधन किया, बड़ा कौन बना? आप बना, कांग्रेस बना।
विवेक श्रीवास्तव जी, बहुत स्टेट्स है और बहुत बातें करनी है। अगर हम एक पॉइंट पे अड़ जाएंगे तो हम आगे नहीं बढ़ेंगे। आई नीड योर कोऑपरेशन। लेट्स नॉट स्पीक ओवर ईच अदर, बिकॉज द व्यूअर मस्ट हियर यू एज मच एज ही हियर्स हिम एंड हिम। सो प्लीज काम डाउन। डॉक्टर संबित पात्रा, 282 to 215. It's not a good showing for the BJP.
So Navika, first I would like to say that this is an extremely serious talk. We should all be serious on this. I would like to congratulate your team, your channel, for having the hard work that they have put on the ground. And I firmly believe this is not an entertainment thing, as my good friend Mr. Dushyant was saying. These are hard works of people reflected over here. But sir, let me complete. I was reminded of the fact as to how in 2014 also, most of the surveys did not give a Bharatiya Janata Party a clear edge. There was still discussion as to who are the ones who are going to support the Bharatiya Janata Party to form the government. And as recently as 2016 and 17, when Uttar Pradesh went into elections, because that was one of the biggest mandates in recent assembly elections that we saw, even then the Bharatiya Janata Party was not given a clear mandate. Only one or two surveys probably gave us more than 200 seats. Leave aside more than 300. You were one of them. So even then we had contention. Remember one thing, Navika ji, that as of now the campaigning has not yet begun. Mr. Modi is not in the campaigning mood on the ground. The Bharatiya Janata Party strategy is still not rolled out as far as campaigning is started. Yeah. If with that we have 252 seats, I can assure you. Just a second, sir. It's for everyone. I'm speaking for BJP. You speak for CPIM. Yes. ठीक है sir, आप अपने बताइएगा, मैं तो BJP का बोलूँगा ना. So of course the campaigning of BJP has not begun. When the campaigning of BJP begins, it will be a different story altogether. Number one. Number two, I was reminded of the Congress Working Committee meeting, after which Mr. Chidambaram had held a press conference, and he had said categorically that Congress would be contesting, at best would be eyeing for 150 seats. because that is the number of seats probably that was best contested during the 2014 elections. He had kept that in mind. And remember, what has happened today in the Congress party is, ironically, the Congress party somehow wants to commit what's happening in Bengal, CPIM, in Andhra and all. You will see that most of these parties, because of the so-called hand-holding business that we have been seeing, ek dusre ka haath pakde khade hote hain, some or other is losing out on the pretext of the other one. Congress is almost at the verge of committing a suicide to see to it that the others come to existence. I'll just complete. One line and complete. One line and complete. James, I have a question. Is it true that the Bharatiya Janata Party has marginally increased its vote share, if I'm right, from 38.2 to 38.7 odd percentage?
Yes, let's take a look at the vote share numbers.
Yeah.
The NDA vote share has marginally gone up. And Mrug, if the NDA vote share is going up marginally, as we've shown there on our screens, why is the seat share going down?
Index of opposition unity has gone up in many states.
Okay.
So, but the BJP, in spite of, and it's not that the BJP has not lost votes in some states, like in Punjab they have lost, in Bihar they have lost, but the BJP spread has become far wider.
But
Odisha,
they're not there
Bengal.
in the south.
But even in Telangana, they have recovered some of the old TDP voters that they were having.
In states that BJP counts, if you look at the survey, state after state, BJP is losing votes by
And which are the
percentage
states
points.
of India that count and which are the states
Where
of India
BJP
that
counts,
don't
where BJP
count?
counts,
No,
where
Ghanshyam,
BJP counts.
Ghanshyam,
I
the
tell you,
response
that's
is you're
right.
saying India do not.
Therefore,
please,
Ghanshyam, let
I
me
think
speak.
states
Therefore,
where
I have
BJP
made a
counts,
balanced
they
mention.
are losing
I've
votes
spoken
by
of
multiple
states.
percentage
allow
points. It's a vote of thanks to Prime Minister Modi. Thank you very much. It is vote of thanks to BJP that pushes this propaganda. They are losing because people want them to lose. It's as simple as that.
All right, Sabha Naqvi wants to come in.
There is one thing is very clear, Navika. There are just too many contradictions for us to come. We are going to have a coalition. Now the question is, will the BJP lead the coalition? They don't seem to be doing well on allies. I'm not coming. I personally, can I finish? Can I finish, sir? I personally believe that a third front does not survive. It's always fallen. It has to be, even if the Congress has just about 100, they have to agree to form a government with them at the center. It's not going to work out otherwise. In 2 years,
So you're saying the 147 and the 144 come in together. How will they come in? Because the 144 and the 147 have the left and the TMC. They have
they
all
will.
TDP.
Navika, the left historically has even though
There
it's
are
come
many
down,
contradictions
has
in
supported
those
Navika,
others.
Can I answer that?
Sabha, I understand your point, well taken. When one Sabha says that the 144 can never form the stable government, which we have seen in the past, so the 144 somehow has to support the 147 to form. No, this is too much. Technically, this is too much of a musical chair, even for the musical chair to exist. I mean, the musical chair cannot just 144 and 147. Who becomes the prime minister? Just imagine the musical chair going round and round.
Amit Shah today made the analogy
Exactly.
in his speech
Sunday,
in
Monday,
Kanpur.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
There'll be separate prime minister for the different days of the week.
Let us just assume, we should assume.
I want to make one point.
Can I now please?
UPA won with less seats of the Congress was a more successful, more stable UPA than UPA 2 where the Congress had 205. It went up. Let me say, there is also something to be said for federal cooperation. The BJP under Vajpayee did a brilliant job with it. George Fernandez has just passed away yesterday. Let's take a moment to remember what coalition building involved. It involved George Fernandez bringing people together. It involved all of them having
So you're
equal
saying Modi
space.
can't do it?
Are
you saying that?
I said the BJP
what's your
once
point?
did it very well.
I want to know what's your point that you're putting on the table.
My point is that you can have successful coalitions if you go about
you
it the
can
right
have
way.
successful coalitions, even though Amit Shah says that every day of the week will have a separate prime minister.
When new deal happened.
My limited point
So
is
that part also you
let
should
us
remember
assume all these numbers are right. Let us assume that 252 is the NDA number. Let us assume that the Biju Patnaiks and KCR and Jagan Reddy will support them. The interesting thing to watch out will be that how will Mr. Modi and Amit Shah, with their kind of persona which we have seen in the last 5 years, not run a majority government? How will they steer a coalition? That will be an interesting study. I will like to, because personally I think it will be good for India. Because what one saw last few years was lot of arrogance. So at least that arrogance will be missing. Maybe Mr. Modi will do better in the next term than what he did this time. So I don't know. So that is the big question. How will he steer a coalition?
That is true.
They are saying you get Gadkari.
No, they will all fall in line.
Jayanta Ghoshal.
They will all fall in
Okay.
line.
Dr. Sambit Patra has been provoked. Dr. Sambit Patra has been provoked. Yes. Gadkari का नाम सुन के आप क्यों provoke हो जाते हैं?
My simple submission is, if Mr. Vikas and others from other friends of other political parties, they talk about our leadership, why don't they talk about their leadership?
We are talking about
Who
it's a
there is the
discussion.
question?
Dr. Patra, it's a discussion,
who?
and we are
Because
discussing
Mr. Who becomes
It's a discussion based on facts.
since
sir.
Absolutely.
since
So
he was
Shiv Sena is not a
annoyed
coalition
when he was
partner.
not given a seat in
Shiv Sena
Bengal,
is not a
my
coalition
question is
partner.
who?
You can say whatever
Sitaram
you want.
Yechuri is the PM
Shiv Sena
candidate.
कहती है कि चौकीदार
Who
चोर है,
is,
आप
who is
पैनलिस्ट
the
बना रहे
PM
हो.
candidate? He's asking you a question.
Sitaram
Is
Yechuri,
Sitaram
Prakash
Yechuri?
Kara.
In 2004, there was no prime ministerial
Navika.
candidate. Dr. Manmohan Singh was made the prime minister later on when the parliament came into picture, and he was later
So,
elected.
Rahul Gandhi-
You
All
don't
right.
need a
So,
face.
all right.
You don't need a
Please,
face.
for Rahul Gandhi,
You
ask
don't
him.
need a face to fight
Ask him.
elections and make
Rahul
comments.
Gandhi? Rahul Gandhi?
Rahul never
Prime
said it.
Minister?
Rahul never said
One
it.
minute.
Rahul never said it.
Mr. Modi has never run a coalition since 2002. He has been a one-man show. So if he heads a coalition, it will be an interesting case study to watch. Period.
Okay.
Nothing more,
But-
nothing less.
Samit is saying is that if this picture holds
mean,
true,
Modi and
the
Vajpayee
opposition
is
parties will tell
contrast,
Mr. Modi that because we cannot agree on a prime minister, please be the prime minister. That is what Samit is saying. That is not going to happen. If this picture holds true,
You have to understand
Modi
it
ji
will not
gaye.
come together. Leave aside what Mr. Modi thinks. You will come together
Well,
and say who is the leader.
let me get in some of our guests who are outside the studios. Mahesh Tapse, spokesperson of the NCP, Abid Rasool Khan, spokesperson of the TRS, as well as Neerja Chaudhary, senior journalist. And of course, I remember Mr. Nishant Verma. You haven't spoken yet. I'll come back into the studio. But let me get in Mr. Mahesh Tapse. Mr. Mahesh Tapse, what's the likely scenario? Now, Sabha Naqvi has put forth a scenario that 144 of the others can come together with 147 of the UPA. आप ये बताइए कि शरद पवार राहुल गांधी के साथ ही रहेंगे या वो ममता बनर्जी के साथ भी जा सकते हैं, उनको सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं?
We have been a very strong partner of the UPA, and Mr. Pawar has been very instrumental in joining the Mahagathbandhan. In fact, I have been watching this program and the previous program also, and today nowhere it is very clear that Mr. Modi and his party or the NDA is getting a clear majority. I have been watching surveys right from December to the last 5-6 surveys that have come up to January, and every survey is saying it's a hung parliament. So definitely BJP or the NDA do not have the mandate to walk or march right into the parliament with a clear mandate.
Okay. And Abid Rasool Khan, can you actually come across from that others basket and do business with Narendra Modi or Rahul Gandhi if the opportunity so arises? Who will you choose? The Congress party from which you broke away or Narendra
Navika
Modi?
ji, I'm so surprised. No, Navika ji, I'm so surprised that you put us in one basket or the other basket. The statement given by Mr. KCR and Mr. KTR, we have categorically stated that we will have nothing to do with both these parties, and Mr. KCR has taken upon himself to stitch together a coalition of parties which are regional in nature and which are secular in nature, and we are sure that that is the group that will form the government, and it will get the majority based on the all the surveys which you are doing. Secondly, you are showing us 10 seats. Let me assure you that it will be 16 plus 1 for 16 for TRS and 1 for AIMM, because till today even the local bodies elections show a sweep in favor of TRS. So this part of say 5 seats being shown to Congress, I would like to strongly say that these seats will also come to TRS, and TRS will get 16 plus 1, that is 17 in Telangana. And Mr. KCR, who has no personal agenda, is trying his best to see that the government of regional parties is formed in the country, and that government will take this country forward.
Any government of regional parties, realistically speaking, will need support. Will you take that support from Rahul Gandhi or Narendra Modi? That's the question I'm asking you.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very valid question.
We have told very clearly we will not go with both these
तो
parties.
अकेले
If
तो आप
we
कुछ
cannot
नहीं
form
कर
our
पाएंगे,
own,
आबिद रसूल खान साहब।
in the opposition working for the
Abid
people. But
Rasool
we will
Khan
never go with these two parties. That's the statement of Mr.
alone
KCR.
you can't be running a national government at the center unless you have an alliance partnership with one of the national parties. That's the reality of life.
Not required.
Okay, fine.
चलिए ये अपने प्लेनेट में रहेंगे, कोई बात नहीं।
If we
तो
cannot
आप
do it,
अपने
if we
प्लेनेट पर
cannot do
चले
it,
जाइए,
if we
आप अपने
cannot do
प्लेनेट
it,
पर
we will
रहिए।
not be a part of these two
Okay,
parties.
fine.
That is
You
what
stay
Mr.
on your
KCR has
planet
stated
and
very
let me get
clearly.
in
Not
Neerja
once,
Chaudhary.
twice, thrice
Neerja
he has stated.
Chaudhary, is it possible for an Abid Rasool Khan type of a situation where they will take neither the support of the Congress nor the BJP and yet be ruling the country?
No, I think that is a utopian idea, no matter what he feels. Number two, to respond to Sabha's hypothesis, 144 plus 147, if they attempt that, they would be committing harakiri, and within 11 months, Narendra Modi will come back to power with 400 seats. To respond to Sanjeev's point, that arrogance of the last 4.5 years, you know, they are, when required, they are stooping to conquer. They gave 17, they are willing to give 17 Lok Sabha seats to Janata Dal U, which got only 2 seats last time. And 5 of those are seats that the BJP had won last time. They are now reaching out to Shiv Sena, and sitting in Bombay here, they are reaching out to Shiv Sena, and they are willing to consider having simultaneous elections, despite the fact that Mr. Uddhav Thackeray has repeatedly attacked the BJP and called Narendra Modi Chaukidari's store, Rahul Gandhi's birth. Despite that, they are reaching out to them. So I think the one point I would like to make is this. What baffles me in your numbers, I go along with the trend of all the states, is Maharashtra BJP getting 43 seats. I think, you know, that seems very surprising, unless, of course, the alliance of Prakash Ambedkar and Owaisi cut into the votes of NCP and Congress. You know, the Dalit and Muslim vote, a substantial chunk of it goes to them. And number two, I want to make this point, Navika, this is before Priyanka Vadra Gandhi has hit the trail.
Okay, so you
we
think
have to
she's
wait
going
for
to
that
take
to see
Uttar
how
Pradesh by
she
storm?
plays.
Is she going to take Uttar Pradesh by storm, Neerja?
No, may not be by storm, but incremental increase in many states.
All right, Ghanshyam Tiwari, respond to that. आपकी story को क्या होगा? प्रियंका गांधी आ गई हैं.
Well, you said 27 seats to BJP. I'm saying they'll go down further.
अच्छा, तो it will go down from the BJP
SP-BSP alliance would further gain, because there will be a clear distrust on Prime Minister Modi. The same constituencies of votes will split out. SP-BSP alliance will further gain on strength. And the alliance today represents the political spirit of the state. As I said, that it is a state that BJP is losing purely because of poor leadership.
You don't have to repeat this. Can I speak something on Priyanka? See, as far as Priyanka is concerned, time and again this is said that Priyanka ji ab aa gayi hain. वो कहाँ गई थी जो आ गई है? वो कांग्रेस में ही थी और कांग्रेस में ही है. Rightly pointed out by some great newspaper of Europe that daughter of Rajiv Gandhi joins the family firm. That was the headline of some European newspaper. So to say that वो आ गई हैं is, I believe, her joining the Congress party as the general secretary. Sir, we are talking about Congress, sir. You are the CPIM spokesperson, sir.
There are 54 names in the BJP.
Did I shout, sir, in the middle of anyone, sir? Can we have a healthy debate? Not shouting.
You accuse others
of
domestic policy.
In the middle of anyone. I was talking to Ghanshyam. I was talking to Ghanshyam. Can I please complete, sir?
Comments from your side.
It's not a loose comment.
Policies
Please, sir, can I complete, sir? This is not the way. Thank you, sir. See, as far as Priyanka Gandhi ji is concerned, she was always there in the Congress campaigning. So to say that she has just come, I don't believe that's going to cut anything.
Team Rahul has increased. It's a reality.
Then those who say that
Congress is going to
justice, sir, Mr. Srivastava, please have some courtesy.
No, I am having the courtesy. You are using loose statements about everyone.
Okay. To say that now that Priyanka is there as General Secretary, Congress will drastically improve its figures only means conceding the fact that Rahul Gandhi did not perform somewhere. Now, thirdly, and very important, remember, now the point. Sir, you should not be Congress spokesperson. Sir, please try and say the CPI.
I am the secularist spokesperson.
Okay, secularist spokesperson.
Secular spokesperson.
Let me complete, Navika, by saying this, which is an extremely important issue, James. I mean, The word hung parliament, as we mentioned this word hung parliament, remember the country is watching us. We might be fighting over here, but people are analyzing it bit by bit. None in this country presently wants any kind of confusion as far as the government formation is concerned. We want a clear performing government which meets the aspirations of people. We have travelled to 252 in your survey. Do I believe we are going to touch the line? But still, if 252, remember,
that is exactly what BJP is not.
There's no